got around.
If there's one thing people still don't fully understand about Donald Trump, it's this. He knows how to win on the margins. He doesn't need to convince the entire country. He only needs a small shift in just the right places. And the way he does it is by focusing on the little things, the daily frustrations people actually deal with. Weak shower pressure, dim light bulbs, low-flow toilets that don't flush properly. Sounds silly, right? But here's the reality. Meanwhile, Democrats like Kamala Harris are out here running on saving democracy. Now, don't get me wrong. Democracy matters. It's the foundation of the nation. But if you can't communicate that in a way that connects to the average person's life, then it feels like empty words. And Kamala, she didn't connect. She rambled. She laughed awkwardly. She left people confused. Trump, on the other hand, leaned straight into the everyday annoyances. He joked, "I'll make the poop go down." People laughed, yes, but they also nodded, because who hasn't dealt with a toilet that doesn't flush properly? Trump took that annoyance and turned it into a political message. That instinct is exactly what makes him such a threat to Democrats. He makes politics personal. Trump pardoned Lil Wayne. He pardoned Kodak Black. He pardoned the CEO of Jay-Z's company. He pardoned the founder of Death Row Records. He even pardoned the former mayor of Detroit. Who does that? Certainly not your typical Republican. And what happened after? Big names like Kanye West, Snoop Dogg, Chris Brown, Amber Rose. And the baby started talking. Now, did Trump suddenly win the black vote? Of course not. But he did double his support. And in places like Philadelphia, Detroit, and Milwaukee, that shift made the difference. Now he's targeting the marijuana vote. The same Democrats who thought marijuana reform was their issue are watching Trump snatch it away. Bill Maher warned years ago that Republicans might use legalization as a wedge issue, and now it's happening. Trump says things like, "We're looking at reclassification. We'll make a determination." Translation, "Don't worry, I've got you." That's another couple percentage points locked in. And elections? They're won on the margins. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Trump's strategy is like the opposite of death by 1,000 cuts. Instead of losing little bits here and there, he picks up little bits here and there. He wins over tip workers by promising no tax on tips. He gains crypto supporters by flipping on Bitcoin. He pulls in younger voters by suddenly saving TikTok after once calling for its ban. He grabs attention by ranting about low-flow plumbing. It might sound ridiculous, but when you add all those small wins together, that's how you flip Nevada for the first time in 20 years. That's how you shock Democrats who thought those groups were theirs. Hard truth. Democrats keep losing because they don't get it. They're too idealistic, too naive. They run on saving democracy, equity, pronoun debates, and identity checklists. Those ideas may sound good in speeches, but they don't put food on the table. They don't lower the cost of living. They don't stop crime. They don't fix the border. They don't make everyday life easier. Average Americans wake up worried about rent, groceries, safety, and their kids' future, not pronouns. Trump taps into those worries. Democrats lecture about them. And in 2016, Trump was crushed among black voters. So what did he do? He worked with Kim Kardashian to push prison reform through the First Step Act. You can laugh, but politically that's smart. He spotted a weakness, teamed up with someone respected in the black community, and delivered real policy. That gave him credibility. Then he doubled down with high-profile pardons. Suddenly, the hip-hop community was buzzing about him. Did he win everyone over? No, but he didn't need to. He just needed a few more, and he got them. Kamala Harris couldn't even put together a clear message. Her speeches came off like word salad. Her awkward laugh became a meme. Instead of showing confidence, she projected chaos. Trump, by contrast, delivers clear and simple promises. And in politics, clarity beats confusion every time. Then there's adaptability. In his first term, Trump wanted to ban TikTok. Young voters hated it. By 2024, he flipped. Now he's promising to save TikTok, and boom, his youth vote jumps 21%. That's huge. Same with crypto. He used to call it a scam. Now he's a crypto candidate. Meanwhile, Biden is stuck looking like the crypt keeper. Every time Democrats think they've cornered Trump, he finds a way to pivot. That's what they don't understand. Trump learns from mistakes. He doesn't cling to losing strategies. He's not tied to ideology. He just wants to win, and he'll adjust until he does. Democrats, on the other hand, keep doubling down on the same failures. They lose elections, refuse to ask why, and go back to identity politics, more woke lectures, and more regulations that strangle businesses. They nitpick over things like corn syrup and cereal, While Americans are asking why groceries are so expensive, Trump, he says, "I'll make your life easier." And he repeats that message again and again. Jobs, safety, borders, dignity. Dismiss it as simplistic if you want, but simplicity works. Simplicity wins. And here's the kicker. Trump has built a coalition of groups that normally would never overlap. He's got rappers and suburban moms, crypto investors and union workers, tip-dependent waitresses and Silicon Valley CEOs, even health-conscious folks rallying behind Make America Healthy Again. How? By finding the one issue that matters to each group and making it personal. That's political genius. Democrats, meanwhile, are still trying to win over Twitter activists. They've lost touch with the middle. They've alienated the working class. And every time they get another chance to learn, they blow it. Critics keep asking, how can a billionaire from New York connect with regular people? Everything he owns is gold-plated. The answer is simple. He listens. He taps into frustration. He makes people feel heard. He doesn't sound like a politician. And that's why people who should hate him often end up supporting him. At the end of the day, Trump cracked the code. Authenticity beats polish. People don't want elites lecturing them. They want someone who says, yeah, that's a problem. I'll fix it. Democrats can't seem to grasp that. And until they do, they'll keep losing ground. Because Trump isn't going anywhere. His movement isn't shrinking. It's growing. That's the bottom line. Love him or hate him. Trump exposed how outdated the old political playbook really is. He doesn't need everyone. He just needs enough. And he gets ITS. Oh, here's the real question. Can Democrats ever figure out how to connect with the average voter? Or is Trump's blueprint going to shape American politics for years to come? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you like this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around. Because this conversation is just getting started.